Bulabinaka. My name is Levi Volavola, and I'm serving in the California Santa Rosa Mission.
I'm Jacob Harrison, and I'm from Hamilton, New Zealand, and I'm serving a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints in the Santa Rosa, California mission.
Growing up in Fiji was a great life. I was raised up by my great-grandmother, my great-grandfather. They were members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Through their examples and familyhood, I was able to be baptized at 8 and joined the church and was raised up in the church by my great-grandmother.
Growing up in New Zealand, it was great. It was a fun childhood. I come from a family of 5 boys, and my closest brother I was to was my brother Sam. He's just a year older than me, and there was a big gap between the rest of my siblings. At a young age, my parents divorced when I was younger, and me and my brother Sam, we sort of stuck together. There was sort of like the brotherhood pact, and we went through a lot of hard times together.
My mom and my brothers are not members of the church. I come from a family of 7 brothers, and I'm the oldest in the family.
Making the decision to come on a mission, it was tough at first, knowing that my brother, he was going through a lot of trials and a lot of hardship in his life, and feeling like I was leaving him behind, but knowing what the Lord wanted me to do. So I decided to come out and serve a mission, and while I've been out on my mission, it's been good. I know my family's been blessed a lot.
After a couple months in Crescent City, I was transferred to Novato, the Fijian branch. And in Novato, Fijian branch, I came across an amazing blessing in my life.
There was a time last May, it was actually May 7th, I was coming back from a temple trip in Oregon, Medford, Oregon. And as I got back, I remember in the temple praying for my brother and for my dad and for a few of my other family members who were going through a hard time, and I'm really distant from the Lord, and I know that how much the gospel could have blessed their life, but I was coming back and I really felt good about the day of the temple, and I received a phone call from my mission president.
We're just going through our area book as missionaries, me, myself, and my companion. And we came across some former investigators that lived across Boys Hot Spring. We felt really strongly by the Spirit to go by and see them. As we drove up to go see these former investigators, we came across this retirement home in Sonoma. We were prompted by the Spirit to just stop by and knock on some doors. As we went into this retirement home, the first door came up, and it was myself that went up and knocked on the door. I knocked on this door, and the Fijian lady opened the door with a smile coming out. Before we started to share that we were missionaries, she started crying.
I received a phone call from my mission president letting me know that my brother Sam had been involved in an accident, and he had passed away the night before.
She started crying. She burst out in tears. We were worried at that time, not knowing what had happened. As we tried to move on, she calmed herself down and she invited us to come in. We sat down and she continued to have tears in her eyes. She kind of calmed herself down at some point, and she asked me if I knew her. I told her no. She asked me if I recognized anything. If I recognized her, I said no. She asked me if I was positive. I said, yeah, I am positive. I don't know anything about you. She paused and she smiled. She looked at me and she told me that she was my grandmother.
It was, at that point, it was tough. It wasn't easy. I had to make a decision whether I wanted to stay out here or to go home for the funeral. But it took a lot of soul searching, a lot of praying.
She told me that she was my grandmother. I was shocked. I was nervous. I told her that I wouldn't believe her. She told me that she understood what I was going through, what I was saying. So she stood up, she went to her room and brought these pictures by.
It took a lot of soul searching, a lot of praying, and the knowledge that I had gained on my mission, It really caused me to have to really search these things out for myself. And I came to know that these things are true. I gained that strong relationship with my Heavenly Father. I knew where He wanted me to be, so I decided to stay out here. I felt that loss in my life, but as I had the opportunity to be on the phone to my family through the whole situation, there was a time where there was a service for my brother the night before his funeral, and I was able to hear my dad, who bore his testimony for the first time. And my other brothers and other siblings started searching out the Lord, started praying again.
She sat beside me and she showed me one of these pictures. It was her, my mom, and me when I was a little baby. It was one of the amazing and greatest blessings ever that I've ever faced on my mission.
I know that the peace that was brought into my life through this, it really strengthened me, and I'm grateful for my brother Sam. I know that he's still here with me, and that this is what the gospel's about, eternal families. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to have these trials and tribulations in my life to grow closer to the Lord. And I know that I'll see my brother again, and I'm grateful for that.
And I do believe that my mission call was inspired by the Lord for me to come and serve in the California Santa Rosa mission. And there was a reason behind it, to come and meet my grandmother and to baptize her into the Church of Jesus Christ.